Aloha!
Aloha.
Part of being the shrink and the shaman is, and you may notice, we're quite different. If you were to ask me a question, I would research it and get back to you. Jack prefers the spontaneity of being in the moment, and he enjoys the surprise. I don't like surprises. So I have a surprise today in that he also likes dream interpretation, and I just woke up from a dream in which I had a poem. So here we are, back to poems. Here's the poem. Running, 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 running. Running to catch up, running to be on time. Running to get there, running to get away. Running to make it happen, running to make sure it doesn't. Running to find myself, running to get lost, running to accomplish something, running to avoid it. Running to hide, running to be seen, running to escape, running to be included, running like crazy, running as fast as I can, running all the time, running myself to death.
Interesting. What do you make? You said it earlier that I like interpreting dreams. What I like to do is to first hear the persons who dreamed it, who's dreamed it, his interpretation is the most accurate. What do you make of all that?
Well, it was an interesting dream. Other things were going on, of course, instead, along with this, but that I should even dream a poem.
Mm-hmm.
I run all day long. I don't have to interpret this. This is how I live my life. I can't go fast enough. I can't get enough done. I think I speak for a lot of people out there. And I think that yesterday, in the research I was doing, I plugged into a commonality in folks that we're all feeling under the gun, whether we are or not. We're feeling under the gun. There doesn't ever seem to be enough. As we say, it takes no more for the government to print a $100 bill than it does for them to print a $1 bill. And in this day and age, they don't even print the bills. It's just numbers on a computer. And we're all running for the not enoughness of time. The day goes by quickly. There's not enough time. There's not enough money. There's not enough sex. There's not enough love. There's not enough food. There's not enough enjoyment.
Not enough embraces. Not enough of anything. So the illusion would make us believe. And the fact that it's an illusion, there's nothing to believe in an illusion unless you want to attach to it. And you're attaching to this dream that co-created the poem for yourself in relation to who and what you are. It's an overview of how you absorb and manifest your life. This is what you choose to co-create. Part of co-creating is to have a sense of joy in the process of doing it. A marathon runner loves to run a marathon. Yeah, a weightlifter loves to lift weights. A poet loves to write poetry.
Where I want to add, I don't okay. ever usually write poetry. This is also unique in that I wrote it as a poem.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're not.
I'm coming into some new sense of enjoyment here, being able to translate my life experience in some way that's pleasurable. I want to add that it's not as if I write a poem every night.
No, you don't, and you definitely don't write one every night in your dreams.
No.
No. This is a new experience, but the experience is a pattern. And that's what any poem is. It's a pattern of words and feelings and expressions of those feelings through poetry, or as it is through art and painting, as it is through anything, as it is through these videos. It's all an illusion. We either have the opportunity to enjoy our life as the highest form of worship, or to not. If you're not enjoying your life as the highest form of worship, you're the one that's choosing to do that. It is really that simple. People say, well, how can it be that simple when we have all this outside interference and all these positive and negative energies and thoughts and da-da-da-da-da. Well, if you're stuck in duality, you then honestly believe that you are a part of something, or wishing you weren't a part of something, both of which are the illusion of yourself not enjoying your life as the highest form of worship, because you're attempting to want to control what's going on in your life. Yet, if you really had that gift and that wish granted, would you really want it? Would you really want to be in control of your life with no surprises anymore? No, because you're controlling it. There'd be nothing new to be learned, nothing to let go of, nothing to be, nothing to achieve, nothing to envision or dream. To long for. And all these things in the 3D paradigm, as illusory as it is, are expressions of divine through itself as us, co-creating the life we perceive to be living in a reality that's forever seemingly threatened by everything and anything, by our own thoughts, by illness, dis-ease, governments, religions, belief systems.
That's a good point, because when I was in Singapore, there was a bowl on the hotel counter with fortunes and little paper fortunes. I picked one, and mine said the keys to happiness are to have something to love, to have something to do, and to have something to look forward to. And so what you're saying is, if we were in total control and we could go everywhere and do everything and eat everything and choose, never have a no, only have a yes in the world, we would at some point run out of things to look forward to. We would have tried it all, done it all, have no surprises, no challenge, no aspirations.
Right, and that's impossible, because divine itself being a fractal, and the fractal not being a part of anything, being self-contained within itself, is constantly looping unto itself into various unknown areas that it's never been before, to come back to the realization that it is doing this. But it doesn't know what it's going to be doing going into another part that's unknown of the fractal. All it knows is that eventually, when it understands and learns the lesson and learns from that experience of being in that part of the fractal of itself, that it has a new sense of itself. That is what divine does by creating and co-creating continuously through life eternal, which is what divine really is. It's the eternal life of all that is. And all that is all we are. We're not a part of anything. We're the totality of it. Each and every one of us is co-creating everything. Animate, inanimate, positive, negative, good and bad, right or wrong, judgment or unconditional love. We're co-creating all of it. And how we feel about ourselves, that relationship with our inner divine, is then what we perceive to be our life as our environment. And how we're feeling about ourselves in any given breath is the environment we're choosing to co-create to live in. Which is why, again, getting back to loving self as all that there is all that we are, is paramount to truly enjoying one's life. To not get stuck in the illusion of being something that you're not, and that is separate from divine, separate from your own sense of being. We're going to have discussions. The discussions go on inside our head, and then they're felt in our heart, and that's how we communicate, seemingly with each other, but really all we're doing is really communicating with divine within us.
Lovely. Well, there's a message for you. I knew we'd get around to it one way or another. Shall we say aloha?
Aloha.
Aloha, folks.